the idea of classrooms if we're going to make something better, especially with the internet, I believe, right? So, one of the things that I wanted to talk about is propagating the data, right? We have to basically I have to bring up if you go into the ESL section, there's nothing there right now, but if you go into the language and linguistics, it looks just like the front of the Evo Campus section, and that's good. I'm trying to keep everything recognizable and easy to work at, no matter what section you're in. I want everybody to feel a usability that's not quite different, even though the content's different. Okay, I want everybody to be very comfortable. That's why you see the Evo Campus language and linguistics wiki has the same icon as the wiki on the top level, and the idea is to use the same icons when possible to make a feeling of comfort and familiarity, but then its own individual sections will have their own customized icons and stuff, which of course will be completely from a pool in the wiki that people could actually contribute what icon they think would be the best for that section. So right now I've got some icons up there, but in the future hopefully those icons will be pulled at random, either be pulled at random from a collaborative pool, or the collaborative pool will decide the icon of the week or something. That's a general idea with that. Okay, so basically what I need to do is I need to drill down these subsections to actually get to what I'm trying to do with my own English lessons and what I've taught, because that is a model that I need to understand. I need to get to you know, we have an issue with I have an issue that I'm going to have to. Well, I need to lay out internationalization of the site. Now, right now, when you go into Evo Campus, you see that's in English only right now. So we have a couple choices. I could put pieces of every language on the section, and then I have to think about, well, is that good to have every language? Well, that might be a little bit confusing because I know a lot of people in different countries can't speak English or they can't speak Chinese. I know a lot of people that speak both languages. Maybe we'll have pieces of different languages, or we'll have a language node cloud. The idea is to have the different languages be categorized by taxonomy and have them put into a node cloud where they could select upon entering the correct language, and even though the content will be different, the structure, the content will be idealistically like the same main or directive. Like you have the directive to be about linguists, or you have the directive to be about language, learning language. So even though it's in Chinese, it's going to have the same layout and the same prime directive a little bit. Prime directive, like Star Trek. Is that cool? Huh? But that's the idea. That's the idea with that. And so the question is, right now we're working on a group-based system, and you could see what the difference. The first and the second subgroup does not have the language selection cloud up there yet. I need to figure out. I need to take a look at the different organic group menu options, and to create that. Also, there's going to be in the flowchart, if you remember me describing it thoroughly in the couple examples over there before, right now they're up there temporarily. If you look at the section that says needs to be transferred, some parts of the Evo Campus and Q, you could see some of the things that we need to get into the framework within the ESL section. Within the ESL section, we're going to need to see, I'm pulling it up right here. We're going to need to see, like, number one, the open ESL, but every section will have an open classroom, okay? The OpenESL is going to be based on the models that are presented in the other, and the parents. And in my head, I'm going through the ideas, brainstorming what type of things will be in there. Maybe the list of future open classes, maybe a list of live classes, maybe a list of specials, maybe an interview with different people that presented those classes. That type of thing will be in the OpenESL. And we have a little bit. I have to make this clear because we also have the if I could go back here, we also have the raw. We want to do the same kind of see. We're going to do discovery with the open classes and the open source classrooms, the same way that discovery is going to be done with the raw humanities section of the individual user pages, which will be mirrored in theory throughout every section of the site. So the open class collective is the same thing as the open source, but I need to work on that nomenclature a little bit, and that's great because within each wiki section, the nomenclature and the names will be discussed in detail, and people that have clearer ideas, they're simpler, that's what evolution is collaboration for positive effort, right? So that's that every section will have the option for people to come up with better names if they find one, and all those will be, of course, discovered within the Mass Movement Lab section, which will be purely discovery from every individual wiki section. So that's great. I mean, that I described that to you really clearly, and that's great because it's half the challenge. I think that I'll be able to put that in the mind map flowchart very quickly, very soon, very simply. That's what we're working at. We're working on like a mass brainstorm right now with all this stuff. But I need to do that. So when I go into the ESL section that's going to be created right now is the model. We're going to have domestic local training hubs, commercial training center resources, and stuff like that. And we're going to be getting to the first sub-level that's going to have multiple collective or multiple menu lists for the first time. Because I don't know. Maybe I have to think about it. If we're gonna have one group for the domestic local training center hub. One group. Okay, so we're gonna say, okay, well, this is domestic schools. Let's take a look at. Sure, we can have one group for that. We can have one group for international. We can have one group for the high schools and stuff. We can have that. And maybe that's what we'll do. That's the things I have to think about. And within each of those groups, we could have the node of internationalization. So that's what I'm working on. Those kind of conceptual design and designs. Within each of these sections, there's a lot of goodies, a lot of little extra things. Like right now we have to really be focused on the infrastructure. I'd like to talk about the mod to ask about to apply for higher user permissions and about the node queue and the smart queue, which definitely I need to focus some time on because that's going to be part of the infrastructure. But right now, we're working on pure high priority infrastructure design, and I can't do all the goodies until I get past that. We're going to go to part 3 now. Okay, hold on a second.